Hello, everyone! How's everyone doing? Welcome to this quite special stream. 1 year of update Resurgence. And I hope everyone can hear us. With me are the other two usual suspects, Rex and Zelly.
Yep.
Hello, I'm still here.
That's crazy how it's been a year already. How did the time go by so fast?
Wonderful. Yeah, it's insane. 1 year of updates. Everyone is quiet again. Amazing. Wouldn't be an LGL stream without technical difficulties. Let me turn up Zelly then.
Just don't make yourself really loud again like yesterday.
No. Now Zelly should be in order.
Hello? Test.
Perfect. Wonderful.
Okay. So yeah, we wanted to have a little stream celebrating the 1 year. It's been a pretty hectic and crazy year. But it worked out pretty good, I think, in the end. And we wanted to show like some of the things we're working on. Of course, I have to do the disclaimer right now. Most of the things we're going to show are still heavily in development, so they're probably not going to look the same when they release. So that's just...
Yeah, as always when we're playing on production on stream, because today we're playing on our internal dev build that is not actually on Steam, so we will be showing a lot of things that are heavily early in the way they're made.
Yes, we have been doing quite a few things. Of course, priorities change all the time. So some of it has been working on for a long time, and then we put it on hold. Some of them are like we only been working on for a bit.
Onion says it feels wild that Resurgence was a whole last year ago. Yeah.
It really much does. It's I don't even know how. It's been a year already, but...
Hi, Tonas. Greetings back.
Hello.
I hope you're enjoying those $50.
And then we also wanted to thank like everyone who's been here for this 1 year, because it's been like a lot of new people. We have a lot of people helping us as well that we didn't have last year. It's really cool to see everyone coming together.
Yeah, especially all the people that, like Bernadetta, that made mods that inspired features, all the people that are working on Super BLT right now, on all the updates. You're all amazing.
I remember last year when like Resurgence released, we didn't really know where it was gonna go. If it's like actually gonna interest anyone. But then when the Resurgence came out, we got like a lot of players, and I think that did like show us like, okay, there is still hope.
Will the jumps be changed back to how they are in Payday? Climbing near perfectly vertical slopes was kind of useful. Yeah, it was, but we want to really get away from that Payday movement feel. Like, I think I much more enjoy the gravity as it is right now in the game.
Yeah, it was pretty much done for like make it feel less jank, but also having like the problems where you could like get out of the map in a ton of places. It probably is. We don't want to like mess with it too much. Like the double jumping we didn't fix because that was probably gonna be like too much, but I hope it's fine if we don't really want to revert that back.
I'm just seeing right now, one of the things that I found again is this background video that's in the main menu here. It's insane to me that the reason it's so grainy isn't even the video compression, but rather that the video itself has a film grain filter over it, because they thought it would look like stylistic, artistic. And the compression just ruins that film grain filter even more. Very amazing. Okay, well, do we want to jump into our first showcase of a new feature then?
Yeah, let's just go through like the list that we said we wanted to say. Of course, there's a few other things that we are working on that might pop up. and we might mention, but a lot of those are like not much to talk about yet.
So,
Yeah, so
there's a reason we're starting out in the main menu today. And that is the options menu, right?
Yeah, so if you go to video, there's like a little test of how like a rework for the options menu would be. So basically the issue right now is we're running out of space on the menus, and it makes us that we cannot really add more. So now I want to like rework all the menus so we can actually have a list with a proper style, and also add descriptions and icons, images, and stuff like that. So when you like hover over, you know how like modern games always have that, where like you actually get told what the menu does, and for like field of view stuff, you get like images to show you how it does. So that's kind of the idea I want to do. It's once we have that implemented, we finally have like space to add more options that been wanting to do for a while.
Yeah, and the nice thing with this, as Zali just said, is having the right space here to have like the little image, the preview of, hey, this is how that will affect your game, and if you change it, then this is how that will look in your game.
Yes. Are we lagging? Are the audio is bad?
Audio's dying. Audio shouldn't be dying.
We're good now?
We're good. Briefly. Okay, well, that's just
Okay.
that's just Twitch at that point. We can't really do much about that, sorry.
Okay, well, yeah, but what we were saying is, yeah, have the normal like settings and everything. Does it max out 440p? It should max out at whatever your resolution is. So it should use whatever resolution
What
you
about
have.
the VRAM usage? Ignoring RAID already uses like very little compared to modern GPUs. That is actually not that's something I had to kind of learn myself. That is actually always just an estimate that the games give you that isn't really, as far as I understand, the actual VRAM it uses, but rather just like a fake kind of estimate that you enter. So it would just be like an estimation of how much we use.
Yeah, I suppose we can try if we like ever get there where like the option menu is in a good state. I can try to see if we can make some kind of VRAM usage, but as you said, because it uses so little, it might not be needed. Well, we'll see though.
Yeah, I mean, if a lot of options affect VRAM by like 10 megabytes, and then it's okay, well, it doesn't really help you in case of, in this game specifically. But yeah, it's a nice idea, definitely.
Yeah, like the ideas, we also wanted a lot of interface options that we wanted to do for a while, like subtitle options, because for Steam Deck, for example, we need the subtitles to be resizable and stuff like that, but there's just no space for them now.
Is the controls menu also already the new thing, or is that still the old one?
No, it's
okay.
only video.
Okay.
Yeah, controls as well would be like reworked, and all of the other menus.
To check as well, this would be a scrolling window, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how we want to do like the advanced yet. If it would be scroll, it might be a tab. So there's a lot of those things that can be figured out. Also, has a weapon view model FOV ever reconciled? Yes, so for weapon view model is something I do want to do. But first we would need to have a shader for it where it actually offsets the view model. Because right now the view model is just in the world with the normal FOV. So we need to have like a shader figured out for it. Which our shader pipeline isn't exactly the best, so it's a bit difficult sometimes.
That's a very conservative way of naming that. It isn't exactly the best, okay.
Yeah, the shader pipeline is a bit difficult, and I'm also no shader developer, so we have to figure that out, but yeah, I do want to have a view model FOV. There's also a question, any plans for new skins? Yes, but the skins take a bit of a time to make. The next update actually will have
work?
A new skin. No, don't click it.
Okay.
That's old. The new update, the next update that we're aiming for next week, hopefully, that will actually have a new skin for the Parabellum.
Yes.
And you can thank Ben for that, because he finished the challenge that he he said that he will.
Yeah, he got that for finishing the challenge and also really doing the trailer, the
Yes,
animated trailer.
he also helped us with the trailer, so we own him. But yeah, after that we do want to have more skins. It's a bit of a difficult to implement skins that look good, and also like with the materials and everything. But yeah, we do
Oh,
want
Ben's
more
in chat.
skins.
Hi, Ben.
Yes.
Okay. That's so much for the options. I guess now we'll jump into the camp and see one of the biggest changes for the upcoming update in plural.
Yeah, the camp rework, we have talked about it a few times already. It's been in the work for a while now. So we have been working on the camp for quite a while. And after priorities have changed, we kind of moved off from it because we wanted to do the bounties and the Parabellum and other stuff. And I think it was the correct choice to shift off, so the camp has been neglected for a bit. I do want to get back to it, but we still have a few other things we need to do first. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
we definitely had to lean more into gameplay than cosmetics.
yeah. So if you just say that, so yeah, it's bright. So don't have like brightness and everything set up, but the main important thing is the camp layout is changing. If you look behind you, the escape.
Oh, so much for that.
Oh, did I crash you by joining you?
Yep.
That's good.
Maybe don't join me then. In the meantime, I'll restart my game.
Yeah, put that log.
Game that counter one.
All right. Of course, bugs always happen the first time.
Yeah, that's why this is a production version and not the release game.
Yeah, this didn't happen before, so that's really good. But yeah, so the camp layout has changed to make it more convenient to move to places, so you don't have to run around as much. So yeah, if you just stand there, so if you look back behind the spawn, so this is where the new exit location will be, behind the spawn. Yeah, so this is where the new exit location will be. You'll be able to just leave from here, and then the operation exit is still on the left above. The card table
It's still here.
The start table was moved
Yeah.
to between the two exits. That's why it's on the left now. And that's why the exit was moved as well, because in the future we want to remove the ready up menu and just make it where you stand in the zone. So you'll be able to pick your cards from here without having to move around as much. And it's just going to be in the middle of the two. So that's one of the bigger changes, and the other change is on the left side where the weapons and the proficiency table is. So the player quarters are going to be moved here as well, so you don't have to run back and forth so much to pick characters. It is just here. It's right next to each other. You can quickly build, and then the shooting range is right next as well. So that also reduces the amount of time you have to run around. The shooting range layout is still just work in progress. It's not going to be probably looking like this, and we want to also add minigame tests. So you have a table to test the minigames here as well.
Practice some, yeah.
Yes, and then where the player quarters used to be is now a new room.
Also, controls table got moved here.
Yes, the control table is now back here. And then, yeah, if you come back here, this is what we currently call the war room. This is probably where, like, as you see, the trophy cabinet is gonna be back. And there's also gonna be an operation table, so you can launch operations from here as well. So for people who don't know where the operations are, because it's a bit hidden in the menu, will be able to start it from here as well. And then we also want to have a projector, so you can replay videos and have other people see them as well.
Yeah, having the videos play in the world would be really fun. as well.
Yeah, and of course,
Yes, and you
and of course, it will, as always, be set up in a way where it's probably some tweak data setting that modders can also add their own videos to if they want to.
Yeah, I mean it's already videos already tweak data, but yeah. So the other big thing with this, which is also modder focused, so the customization is also gonna be completely overhauled if you want to go into the menu. So this is how this works now. Is still not completely thought through yet. I think it's gonna change a little bit, but basically you'll be able to upgrade the rooms, like change the rooms individually. You'll have the tabs for it. The shooting range will probably need to be purchased. Yeah, if you see the Kubel wagon, you'll be able to switch the skins for it.
And yeah, I'll just go, I guess, to one of my walls.
Yeah, yeah, you can go to one of the walls. So the main thing that changes is you'll have a go back one, because I think it's go back one menu, so you're on the grid.
Here.
Yeah, so what we're gonna have basically is you're gonna have a grid system for the walls and some other stuff, and then you can add multiple items onto it. And then you can buy stuff, organize stuff. So right now how it works is you have set layouts, but what it's probably gonna turn into is you'll have a smaller or larger grid, and if you buy an item that's too wide, then it'll occupy those spaces. It is, as I said, it's still not completely thought through.
Is this the button to change the grid? Or
Yeah, the top button. Yeah, the top button.
yeah, then you can select what kind of grid you want, and then there's certain assets. This one I, for example, haven't bought, but I can buy this.
Yeah, this is
and then
this is likely gonna change how this works, but it is
can put a
currently
big map because it's a big item, and then like there's other items like this box that is like a small item, and then I can decide what do I want to put where. Okay, that's where I can put lamp, and over here I want my box to stand. And now if I go out of this and go to the place we just customized, which I already forgot where it is, probably back there. Right here it
on
is.
the right. Yeah, and these are also set up to be moddable, so you can add locations as mods, and if the other person has the mod, they will also be able to see it. Same with items. So we did set these up to be moddable, but there's still a lot to be figured out. Like if you place a table, we want to figure out should you be able to put stuff on it, because logically yes, but then that's a lot of semantics that needs to be figured out. So this has been in the work for a while, and it's probably gonna stay in the work for a while. So don't expect this for quite a while. And there's another thing as well, which we are experimenting on. We're not sure quite yet if it's gonna work, but I can give you a
yeah. I know what you're gonna do now. Oh, this doesn't even have a menu yet. That's how prototype it is, but
yeah. Hold on, let me, because I had it, but then I accidentally closed it.
Yeah, to preface this, the way we've set up the camp is it's built from tiles, so we can just redesign the tiles, and then you can change the entire theme with just a couple of props.
Zelly, I have it for renovated in my.
Yeah, so set it to
what string?
cleaned. Try cleaned.
Okay.
Do you have the command?
Cleaned, yep.
How does the hideout look when you have 10k gold? Right now, we
Uh,
haven't set up the gold pile for this version.
Yeah, so we have camp themes tested because it's a tile set, so we would be able to just change the tile set the camp is built from, and we would be able to have like complete different camp styles, like the destroyed one, a cleaned up one, like a bunker concrete themes. We're still trying to figure out if we can get away with it. So far it works pretty well, but I don't know how it would work with like actual
The
players.
solid gold camp. We were thinking of the amber room as a camp, or something along those lines.
Yeah, and because how we set it up, it should always be able to like set up lights and everything for that, and it does just sync to other players because they're all loaded like client side. It shouldn't cause any issues. Like so far, all the tests have been good, but yeah, there's always a chance that this won't make it if we find any like semantic issues that does make it problematic.
Yeah, but in general, the whole idea here is to allow you guys more and more customization of what you're able to do with all your gold, so it can be used in many, many different ways to really customize the experience. Which is what the camp was always kind of meant to be from the start anyway. So we're just embracing on that idea and adding more and more in that direction.
Yeah, and also going back to like how does it look with 10k gold, we also wanted to have items that you can place that actually fill up with gold, so you would be able to buy like gold buckets and stuff
Or
like
like safes and things.
yeah. Also, all of this would need to be like modeled. We have a ton of assets in the game we can reuse for it, but all of these need to be set up and modified to work. So it is, as I said, it's still far away, but this is like the concept we've been working on, and so far it's been going pretty well.
Yeah, mods for this would be pretty cool. Someone says it. I think it would be great to see what happens when
Yeah, and
people can make their own things without worrying about it breaking everyone else's games.
yeah, and like we are also thinking about would be possibility if in the modding community we have people who are talented and can make new models that like fit the game and work very well, we could like work something out to put those into the game as well.
Yeah.
But that's still far off.
But in general, as usual, everything we work on, we keep modding in mind and try to allow everyone to make their own custom stuff as well.
Yes, most of these are like tweet data and then you can modify it.
What are those question marks? Oh, the bottom left corner, that's the debug assault indicator. You'll see that working when we're in a mission.
Yeah, that's with some prototyping stuff. Not important. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's just like the top right corner up here.
Yeah, so the top right corner there is like an experimental like social menu, so you can invite people and change your online settings. But this was just a very quick sketch, like it hasn't been worked on in a while, so it may or may not look like this. That's why we didn't even really mention this. It's just
Maybe you could get a big statue that replaces the undead net bomb. The idea is also to allow, if I remember correctly, different. This is no longer called bomb. This is called centerpiece.
Yeah, this is gonna be the centerpiece, and you could like be able to add other stuff if we find appropriate things.
Yeah,
I think we talked about like the countdown rocket and stuff like that.
Or like in the cleaned up version, like a hanging bomb from the ceiling, like you suspend it on wires above, something like that.
Yeah, stuff like that. You should probably go back to the renovated theme.
Yeah. Is it renovated or is it
renovated? Yeah.
Proximity chat. That'd be interesting.
Renovated.
So we do have a lot of cool ideas for this. I don't know which one will make it, but
yeah, this is all as we said at the beginning of the stream. For those that weren't there yet, this is all debuggy, prototypey production. We'll see what we can get away with stuff. So don't expect all of this to be in the next update we're gonna do or in the update after it even. This is all just stuff we've been working on to see if it might fit in the future for something we're gonna do.
Yeah, the camp is definitely a long-term plan. We also had idea to have like the very hard completion to unlock camp items, like little memorabilia from the level.
Yeah, little gold, like the little gold tanks and planes on the mission table.
Yeah. Can the different camera location get a solid ground for nothing? But yeah, so that's also, we haven't really tested that, but I'd also want for the menus to not be just a floating void, but actually like the table have the 3D scene, and if you like change the character, just have your character in the crew quarters, just standing there instead of the void. But that would need to be like set up so you can hide other players so they cannot block you and stuff like that. So we haven't really tested that, but if you can make it work, then we really would like to.
All of this addressing several issues of the game at once. Soft locks on the startup ready up screen, stuff to do with gold, post max level content. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just unfortunately, you know, it would be good if we could already have this right now, but it's
Yeah. Okay. So much for the camp, I guess.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
about everything
Bernard,
for the camp.
yeah,
There
Bernard,
was there
sorry,
was
yeah.
some questions before. I think someone wanted, someone asked if there could be a kill room in the shooting range instead,
I think yeah, they meant to have like
like a racetrack kind of thing.
yeah, I think I do want to have some kind of when you go into the shooting range, have like a UI on the top that like shows you how much you hit. But I don't know.
I know it's
yet,
because
like,
of legacy stuff in the code, but calling development builds production builds is so confusing. Yes, if you're from outside of the Diesel realm, but we are so used to be working within Diesel that people calling production something else than the development build confuses us.
we actually did have a talk like early on, like, hey, how much would it take to rename it from production? And then we realized way too much, so it's gonna stay production.
We could, especially for the work we're doing on the Diesel V3 project, but at the end of the day, we're so used to calling it that at this point it will just confuse us more.
All right.
Sure. Where do we want to go next?
Yeah. So that was the camp. It's gonna be there for whatever. And then yeah, also that was a thing. You'll be able to like change the Kugelwagen skin too. Hopefully in the future we can add more vehicle skins as well. They are a bit finicky, especially right now we can't really re-export them, so we haven't been able to trail with those yet. Alright, next thing you can show...
I guess the mini game on...
Extraction. Yeah, so minigames we talked about, like it was last year, we said we're gonna add more, but we never really found time for it, so now we actually started working on a radio tuning.
First of all, before we get in there, this menu is still gonna disappear. It's just right here now as a placeholder, but in the end, you're gonna stand in the zone, wait 3 seconds, and then it'll just...
Everyone is ready, and then it fades into the level loading screen.
Yeah, that's gonna die away. But yeah, so we started working on a radio tuning minigame. It is like working pretty good now. We still need to adjust the logic, and like the visuals on it aren't fully complete, or the sounds. But you'll see it. It's not gonna be very difficult because the current lockpicking for the radios are pretty easy. So you wanted to keep like the same amount of time, but more interactivity. I think after the radio, we also want to look into like a rewiring. Don't want to overdo it, of course, but it's nice to have like more mini games to work with on levels as well.
We have to leave now. The other agent, they're hiding it. We have to leave.
There's also, while you're doing this, I can talk about the next update. Oh, never mind. You do it. Okay.
Which one was it? E, F. I always forget.
It's F. Interaction button.
It's a jump button. No, it's the yeah. So basically, the minigame is you have to keep the tuner inside the zone, and then you find a frequency, and then it builds up, and then you got it. So you.
What was the minigame similar to? It was like a fishing minigame, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much like a fishing minigame. It's just reversed, because normally in a fishing game you control the section and then you chase the little target. It's just that, but reversed.
I guess if we want to, because some people are saying, oh, what make more minigames, we should go to Skillsu and show the other stuff we have afterwards.
Yeah, you can show
they're all not done, but they're all like kind of prototypey ideas that we've been toying with.
Well, there's only like the other
There's
one.
two more. The one for the card and the one for
The card is not on Skillzoo at the moment.
Ah, okay. Well,
Yeah,
we can show the
replaced by the
radio
radio.
tuning a lot better there
Yeah.
as well. We can do it a couple times.
But yeah, basically that's just it is like you have to when you hold the button, the tuner rises, and when you let go, it falls back, and you just have to keep it leveled, and then it just tunes on the frequency, and you get it. What I want to do is instead of just a number in the middle, I do want to have like the little frequency modulation.
Has
So as more
something
you
has something like a raid supporter pack been considered? I don't know if I can support you all by continuing to buy the game for friends. Yes-ish. We have been talking about it for a while now that we would look to do some DLCs in the future. And yeah, that's about as much as we can say on that for now.
yeah, there's stuff that needs to be figured out.
Yeah.
So there's not much we can say about it right now. And also, like, the other thing I think I talked about as well in the past, like, if we do some kind of DLC, we would want to have it where, like, it's actually worth it. Like, the problem with the supporter pack is I don't want to just have a DLC that gives you nothing, right?
Exactly, yeah. We
So
would
need to...
we would want something to actually like deliver something for the money value, right?
We'll have to make a razzle dazzle skin or something.
Razzle skin.
Yeah, which is a difficulty to have those kind of things. It would be fun for a repickable lock, retunable radio, recuttable. Yeah, that's what I was talking about in the shooting range. We want to have a table where you can practice all the mini games.
The Naked
Possibly.
Sterling pack.
Well, yeah, we can't even do skins at the moment. Because you can't do regular models yet.
I mean, we can. We just have to export them as FBX, and then I have to put them in Maya, and then it's fine. Very convenient.
Yeah, we'll have to get working on that as well when we have time finally. But there's just we haven't had time for anything like the past 2 or 3 months. It's been very hectic. We
Also,
probably should.
just want to mention right now, hello to the 50 people that are watching us right now. This is insane. Thanks all for being part of this.
It's only $2,000 a year. Wow, what a steal. Yeah, I guess you can go to Skillzoo and then show off the radio in a bit. You can also...
We're just ignoring this right now.
Well, that's not a working one, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
I'll just ignore that.
Anything in green is in development or testing.
Yeah,
So
just
don't worry
go
about it.
green is all debuggy stuff.
Just go down to the bottom.
If it must be done, let's do it now.
No, that doesn't exist.
All right, buddy.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, so I guess we can talk about like where Seaforts is. Like as we talked about briefly, the problem is with levels is we wanted to use a level streaming and we still do, but it turned out to be way less functional than we expected it to be. So we keep running into more and more problems with it. It just makes the map not work. And that's why we're doing like the reworks for the zone missions, the Berlin missions, because that is like a good testing ground for that. So it's still not gonna be coming for a while. It's really sucks that we cannot make like the level as fast as we wanted, but unfortunately, there's just we couldn't figure it out yet. Yeah, so the radio is like still missing logic, so right now it's just moving randomly. I do want to have it some kind of proper logic that makes it less bullshit.
What do you mean?
Yeah, sometimes it does just run away.
Yeah, it's just moves randomly right now. It needs logic.
Yeah, it's like impossible to
remember
do with my keyboard.
Yeah, before this used to be even harder, and while we're testing, Zelly was doing other things with the AI, and I'm just sitting at the radio for like 16 minutes trying to figure it
Yeah,
out.
this is also like a different radio than from the level, so this is like
Yeah, this one would
harder
be
one.
the hardest one.
Yeah. But yeah, like what I want to set up for this is like sound, so like the more tuned in it gets, the signal gets clearer. The little frequency visualization on the bottom, stuff like that.
Yep, that's how I kind of imagine. I guess we can show this as
Just
well. This was another prototype of something we did quite a while ago, that Rex did.
oh yeah, the old rewire.
Yeah,
think
this is not gonna be
doesn't
like
quite work. No.
Yeah, so this is an idea to have like a pipe puzzle, but it just doesn't work at all. So this is gonna be completely rethought from from the beginning.
Done. Mother of shit.
Yeah, like this like doesn't work at all. Which class
It's a
should
cool idea
have,
though.
yeah, which class should have a skill that affects radio? I think it was Insurgent that we had in mind.
Yeah, Insurgent is more the stealth in quote unquote class, since he's the only one that's really left. Because Demolition's not really it. Recon maybe. Recon maybe can have some as well. But definitely not Assault and Demolition.
Any plant proficiency? Yeah. We're probably gonna shift some stuff around, but then we also do want to have a mechanic skill, which is we're still figuring it out how it should work exactly. Technician, sorry, yeah, that would be the radio tuning, and that would also be like vehicles. So you're thinking about being able to like repair vehicles with a crowbar even when they're, or like repair vehicles when they're not like dead completely. So that's still like debated what it should be.
Also,
Can we
everyone
shoot-
ignore the green boxes being lower height. That's gonna get changed back.
Yeah, so this is a test we were doing to make them like smaller, but I don't like it.
Yeah, no.
Someone asked, can we shoot open the green boxes yet? Might be a good idea, yeah. Could just make them shootable.
The thing about that is what I'm a bit afraid of is that enemies would be able to shoot it as well.
I
By
don't
accident.
I don't think they will, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll have to test that. Yeah, so this is don't go into the end zone by accident.
Oh, that's a mission end zone.
Yeah.
Can't
go
read.
into that. Yeah, so don't walk into that. Yeah, so this back is all like the testing we've been doing for like what could we have for the reuse for the camp. Yeah, just ignore the cubes.
Behind the cubes.
Yeah, this is
Just
just for some context. This is when we were making the model exporter, our new one for Blender. It's just all the tests. Like this was a regular cube with one material. This was one with two UVs, right?
Oh, that's two material.
That's
then
two materials. Then two UVs. Then vertex colored, and then animated, and the light.
Yeah, and then a light. Yeah, that's just, and then hopefully more cubes will come in the future. But yeah, behind it there's like a bunch of like a big museum of just assets we've been like trying to figure out like what can we add to the camp. And there's luckily a good amount of assets, and there's still a lot that we haven't added.
I don't even know what map this is from.
Yeah, a lot of these are just not really used, I don't think.
Yeah, we have a bunch of units that are not used. A lot of these would need to be like split or like modeled, edited. But there's a good material we could reuse for the camp, which is nice. Yeah, this would be like a new Intel table. You can scale these down for new card tables. The long piano probably couldn't fit anywhere, but...
Is this from a map?
The long piano would probably have to be a centerpiece, if anything.
Suspended from the ceiling.
Yeah, I also want to test if we can like make the piano like fully playable.
That long
But I
workshop in the distance.
don't know how to really do it like nicely, if it should have a mini game or not. That's piano one day, maybe. Yeah, I don't know why this is here, to be honest. It's probably accident.
It's quite funny.
He's in
This
timeout.
map was made for just the new skill system testing, and it just became like testing grounds for everything. It's like a bunch of stuff on here.
It's the everything map for sure.
Yeah, I think that's because every time we want to test something in release, we actually have to implement it properly, like it's a real level. So it's easier to just stick it in one that already works.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to do it
Ah.
now, but back then it was hard to add new levels.
sorting out.
Yeah, so yeah, I also wanted to talk like for the next update, because the next update we're trying to get it down like next week, if nothing goes wrong, and usually it does, so we'll see. But in the next update we have more tuned the AI a little bit more, their pathing, their like behaviors, basically like refactored most of the AI like logic code. And the feedback so far has been good, so that's why we're hoping that we can release it. It's not gonna be mind-blowing still, like there's still... I'm not completely satisfied with it, but I think it should be like decent now, because we have got a lot of reports in the last update there, like AI piling up and issues like that. And we have noticed like problems where if a team AI teleports to you, they don't properly like set their position, so a lot of enemies will think they're still there and walk there, which causes them to pile up. And there's like a lot of other issues that we have fixed, so that's largely the next update. And hopefully it's not gonna cause them any problems.
Yeah, AI has always been a no-touch subject for a long time for us until now. Finally,
Yeah, there's also...
there has been some big understanding revelations of, oh, that's how that works.
Yeah, the specializing, yeah, so specials as well, been trying to make them a bit nicer. So specials in the next update do have a cooldown after they spawn, but it's a cooldown that can be skipped by various intensities. So if you're doing well on a map, you will have more chances of like special enemy spawning, but if you're dying constantly, then you will have to have as many flamers spawning after you.
Kurgan, we got troops over here.
Yeah, I mean, 5 flamers can happen when a map is scripted poorly and they spawn them manually. It is, I'm still trying to like find a good balance with the special spawns, because one update there were too many of them, and then we slightly lowered them, and now there was not enough of them. So it's always a bit hard.
Also, this here is a
get
good
it.
representation of how development usually goes, where we have a plan of what we want to do, and then we're doing it, and while someone's testing, we're just jumping around on this map because it's satisfying. We talked about that in the video that we did,
Yes.
the interview, where this is just the map where we just run around and jump around, like bouncing off ideas.
Yeah, so the AI is still being tuned. Probably gonna need more tuning in the future. No matter how much you tune it, it's never gonna be like good enough. But we'll see how people think.
So that's really enough for the testing map at least now.
Yeah, let's go to some
Yeah,
actual
let's go back.
content.
Should move
Can
on.
I go into one of
Not
the...
much.
Does this break?
You can go.
That's probably not gonna work.
You can go the new test, but
We had to both be in there, that's why.
Oh, you did an interview? Yeah, with who? Good question.
yeah. There's not much to show on this one, but we also have working on being able to craft cards. So a lot of background work has been done to make it work, and like the actual like systems all work now to be able to craft cards, and now we just need to find like a good interface for it and set up a few extra stuff. But yeah, card crafting is technically works on our end now.
Also, I guess one thing we can say is now the cards also stack in your inventory when that will be done. So
Yeah, that's gonna be also a thing. We have figured out how to make them stack properly, so that you're not going to have like 7 million different ones of the same card. They're just gonna stack properly.
Someone says the gold is visible at 2 locations. The one on the bottom right is the old way we show it, and the top right is the one we were testing.
Yeah, so eventually the bottom right is gonna be removed, but it's not done yet, so we will not change it for now. But yeah, so how the cards are gonna work is you're gonna have to first scrap them, and then you get stamps. You get a challenge stamps, and you can booster stamps, and you can use those to craft.
does this show when
new
I click
cards.
the button? No, right?
Yeah, no, it's
Oh, that was a bad
there's
idea.
not. Yeah, it's not much. As I said, the interface.
Yep, don't do that.
But as you can see, you can now see our awesome crash.
Let me
crash
try.
logs
Let me
in.
try that. Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna work because it's an engine call.
No, no.
Yeah, it's not gonna. It doesn't. Oh wait, oh, it did
Oh.
for you.
Okay,
See.
good.
I did the exact same thing, and as I was trying to fix that, you did it as well.
But yeah, so card crafting is the back end work for it is done. And now we just have to make the front end interface and everything. And it is something I do want to focus on to be able to craft cards.
Craft
And,
cards. Nice.
Yes. And then how it's gonna work is still up to debate, like what you're gonna need, how much stuff. Halloween cards are still not like decided fully, so
The Imperial
That was-
Combine. I see the layout of the camp has changed. You should watch back the beginning of the stream when we're done on the VOD.
yes. There's also another thing just reminded me. It's been a long time. We will try to set up the VOD channel now.
Oh yeah.
Today, we've been waiting on to have the old LGL streams as well, so we can upload all of them. But there's been so many complications with that. We're probably just gonna not care about that and just upload our
Yeah.
VODs.
We'll just upload everything we have because we have all the VODs except for stream 1 we did because we weren't recording VODs at that time. But we have all
Yeah.
the other ones, so
Sure.
Yeah, and we're gonna set up, like, we're gonna make an announcement when we set that up. So if anyone is missing a stream, we'll be able to show that next time. But yeah, the card crafting is gonna be. I hopefully we can get that like out sometimes in like the coming months.
yeah. Okay, next item on the list.
I think it's the new Berlin missions, right?
New Berlin mission,
Or the reworked ones.
I guess.
Yeah, so we are. It's not like so. What we're doing is restructuring. It's in the normal.
Yeah, it's on the
process.
debug list on here.
So
Yeah,
we
Berlin fuel.
Yeah, we're restructuring how this work. We make them use the normal level streaming system because previously they didn't, and the scripting for them was a nightmare to touch and edit. So we're trying to make them just work better and be able to work on them quicker as well. And also as a good testing ground, so we can iron out the bugs with the level streaming, so we can actually move on to making the maps like the bigger raids that we've been wanting to do. And this is like the first big one that you have worked on, Rex, right? Because we had the issue, there's Rheingold, Day 2, where you push the fuel truck, and everyone
Yeah.
hates that mission.
Yep. It's like 8 minutes of pushing fuel.
So
Yeah, so we've decided this will be a good one to replace first with an actual objective.
And what we're also gonna see is we were looking at some historic photos to kind of get some inspiration of how a city of Berlin should or could look like in the future, and for the game. And it's quite clear that the city was much more. It had much more props on the streets. And Rex disconnected. Okay,
Oh, did I?
good for Rex. I guess I'm just gonna play. It's a nice nighttime environment. This will lag a bit, by the way, because this does not have any optimizations done to it yet. So I will be.
yeah, this
the debug version, no, it's prod version, no optimization. So
Yeah, will the old missions still be available in free play completely replaced? Right now it's probably gonna be replaced because we want to switch all the maps to the new system. If there's gonna be demand for it, we can look into trying to remake it.
I'm more than certain people don't want the old missions back.
Yeah, but if you prove us wrong, then we'll have a conversation about it.
yeah, oh god,
And I will be angry.
oh god.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, it shouldn't.
Yeah, I'm streaming as well, and console open and everything. It's gonna be quite the buggy mess, but that's
Yep.
fine.
Yeah, we also want to. There's like early testing of it. We also want to have a better like time of day and weather system set up, so there are a lot more variations in
Oh, a truck's getting here.
lot more variations in the environments, and I want to have like rain and stuff like that added as like random events.
Someone got alerted. But yeah, you can see what we're talking about, like this, where you have some flags hung up, some like nicer roadblock sections, some smoke in the distance, just making the whole thing fit. Or this truck that drove here and loaded someone off.
It helps that the lamps actually have light now.
The lamps
in the
actually
old
have
versions,
lights.
They did not.
Can you mount an MG42 on a Kubo for shits and giggles? Yeah, so this is actually last year we did test having like a truck with an MG on top of it. There's a lot of syncing issues with it, so if we can figure those out, we do want to have like maps where you can have artillery or machine guns and stuff like that on vehicles. That would be cool.
So I guess because this doesn't have VA, I'm just gonna explain what we're gonna have to do. So our goal is to, because the original mission was about stealing the fuel truck, our goal is now to steal barrels of fuel. So we'll have to fill up barrels from this fuel tap. But right now the fuel tap is powered by a generator, which needs some gas cans to keep running to fill up our barrels. So we'll have to find the generator.
Oh, yep. I did just put a barrel down.
No, don't put one down yet. I want to show the...
Yeah, it's too late. I already
okay.
dropped it there.
Well, we'll do it afterwards. Where is the generator?
Yeah, it's gonna need the waypoints set up still.
Yeah. This is all very early.
Ah, it's over here.
It's over there. Did you put it in? Gas can?
No, no fuel in it yet.
Okay, I'll bring a gas can.
Yeah, so you turn the faucet on and then you basically fill in the barrels and then you put them on the...
And you can put multiple gas cans in as one? At once?
Yeah, similar to the London calling mission. But this time you can actually fill it up with more fuel before it turns off.
Now I turned on the valve, so now it's filling up.
Are you sure gonna have the voice lines for this mission though? Yeah, that's fair. We have been looking into like what voice lines we can use. It is like we can use a lot of them from the original level. That works. For the barrels we are looking into, I think there are like a few.
So now
that we
I'm turning off the valve and then taking the barrel. Because what happens if I guess I'll just show us away for a second. If I leave the valve on, then fuel is gonna spill everywhere.
And you don't want that because
And
you
I
can
don't
shoot
want
it and it ignites.
Yep.
Yeah, for the carrying of the barrels, it's still not set up completely, so if you run it, it breaks the animation. We have to like set up a proper like carrying state for it. I also want to, because there was a test a long while ago, to have the barrel actually show up in your hand. Which did work, but it needs like alignment and stuff. Obviously, if we had a system, the best way would be if you have the barrel in your left hand and you'll be able to shoot with your right, but Unfortunately, we don't really have animations that work like that. And yeah, that's one reason why the small ones are not that good. You just blends in so much. And the
Oh shit! I
enemies
forgot
can,
to. Yeah.
enemies
Oh,
can turn off
wow.
the faucet, right?
Yes, they will be able to. It doesn't work right now.
And right now we only have this one location for it, but the valves and everything changes. But we might have more like variations set up, like different locations. There's a entire camp on the other side that was never actually used on the regular level, we have noticed. So we could...
Yeah, I was checking how much work it would be to finish more areas for this. But I think for now it'll probably just be this one area.
You must do better than that.
Because I also have to do the remakes for the other level types.
I can't take much more of
Yeah,
this.
that's fair.
Give 'em hell. I say, inspiring.
And you can show the other one, so the radio one has some work done on it.
Yeah, that one was very prototypey, but that one can be shown.
I don't think that was a film. though.
That's empty.
That's empty.
Is there like a limited amount of fuel, so that's why you would want to keep the fuel going? Right now, I think right now what we're only planning is having an achievement, but there is a limited amount of petrol for the generator, right?
Yeah, there's small amounts of gas nearby, but there's also two big pallets on like the other side of the outpost here. So you'd have to run really far away if you want more fuel, if you waste all the good stuff.
Yeah, so technically you could fail the mission, right? If you really...
I'm not gonna make it like that, no. You're not gonna be able to fail it.
Okay, I got everything ready. Let's go.
Target.
Bing bong, the church bells ring.
And then now you have the escape sequence.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit, they blocked the road. Time to go on straight. Oh, that also has a blocked road. Need to divert.
No, forward. Go
No?
left, yeah.
Was this right? This had a
You
right.
can drive
one.
through the bushes.
Right. Oh, a car.
Yeah, so like instead of like pushing it through, now you have an escape sequence in the
Oh shit, some
in
barrels.
in the same area as you would normally go. And you have the conveniently placed barrels. Should probably look better as mines.
Yeah, the barrels were just a test.
Yeah. It will most likely be replaced with the mines. And then I think you also set it up where there will be like random paths you go, so you're not...
Yep, that left one is blocked. And then this is where we're still working on it. Not much else.
Yeah, so the idea is having like a randomized escape sequence with some mines, some trucks that can ambush you, maybe the tank ambush, all that sort of stuff. So
Yeah,
there's
just random events.
Yep. What the zone was kind of intended to have in the first place, anyway.
And then you're gonna have like a place where you park your truck, so you won't go to the camp with the truck. You actually go somewhere to store it.
Yeah, a little parking space.
Oh no.
So that's the work in progress for the
Cap, we keep going. Stalin's balls,
Sure.
that was close, yes? Little man cannot
for the
stop
fuel
us.
mission.
We
Yeah, yeah. So I did want to have that where the fuel tank gets hooked up to the truck. But as again, that would require some kind of like rigged joint on the truck to have like the fuel tank move around in it. And I don't know how much that would work well with the vehicles. So that's we chose not to really do that because it would be a bit of a pain to set that up. But it would be cool if you could have the fuel tank on the truck, like hatched onto it.
Yeah. Do we want to show any of the other ones?
Yeah, you can
We can show radio.
radio hunt. Does the convoy work at all?
Not really. Like the trucks are there, but it's not an objective.
Yeah, so the convoy would be basically for like an outlaw, where you can just it's like forest convoy but in Berlin.
So with actual cover. No way.
Kurgan is driving. Now, you get in.
Yeah, so this is from Clear Skies Day 1, where you have to find the radios. But you didn't spawn the...
This is not my vehicle. Rex?
I think keep driving forward. I think.
Yeah, you didn't spawn the finder.
Rex?
Yeah, the radio finder isn't there.
Rex?
Oh, it should have. Oh, nothing
Huh?
spawned.
What? Am I quiet? What?
No. You said
that's
the
That's
words.
just that's not the empty side. That's the wrong side. The radio finder might not be spawning, but it should be just the road forward with two fences.
Okay. Yep.
And yes, the car has a horn. Yes, left click you can horn. Is the car even necessary? Technically no, but it will have the detector on it to make it easier to find the places.
So this is all just designed to be more alive and have some more what the city of Berlin actually had, with like these proper long streets that go far back.
Yeah, which is not good for performance, so we're not gonna have many of them. But then we still have to add like a bunch of variations we want, like have like tram lines, because Berlin had those. Like Rex, you had the idea of having the actual river at some point with the bridge you cross.
Yeah, since the way these levels are made is just a bunch of hexagon tiles that snap together, so we can make those tiles and just use them in different levels and make big levels with them.
Yeah, and then especially with stuff like the river, we were also talking about Berlin had the U-Bahn, the subway, that could maybe be used for something.
Yeah, but of
Yeah,
course
shortcuts, escapes, stuff like that.
all that needs assets to be made, of course, so it's fortunately not as easy to make as just reworking these.
Yeah, I mean, as we're saying from the start, this is all just stuff we've been, like, ideas we've been throwing against the wall, stuff we've been working on, just as a neat little showcase to celebrate 1 year of Resurgence.
You can drive the car in that tank road. It's like a tank battle, and the like that's the obstacle to maneuver around the debris. Yes, the tab menu, I do want to have the arrow where you're looking at as well, and like colored and everything. And for this, we also need to, yeah, the navigation's not set up here yet.
Yeah, this one is a lot. Like, I started working on this one pretty much first as a test, and then the fuel version was the one that I actually put more time into. So this one's kind of rough.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah, the radio tuning
I don't
objective.
think I...
Press F1. It's a debug pause.
Ah. Right.
Yeah, the radio tuning minigame would probably.
Oh,
be
I
in
destroyed
this.
the bush. That's nice.
We just haven't added it yet.
Retune the radio as an objective.
Yeah, when you when you place it.
Ah, but it's a recorder, not a radio.
These
Well,
defenses need to
it might
object
lose
objected
the
delete.
signal.
Yeah, so I think in this one they are destructible and not scripted anymore, right?
They're still scripted. I gotta fix that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but that is, yeah, we will make them like proper because there is already a system for
Yeah,
that.
I set that up for the very bushes that he drove through a minute ago. Those now use like a sequence instead of a map scripted thing.
Yeah.
Recorder minigame.
There's also a system set up because how these maps worked before is they are what's called an instance, and instances couldn't have these small details like the grasses and everything on it, so you also fix that where we can have the grasses and stuff like that on levels for the zone missions.
On the topic of the car, well, you wouldn't want to do this because of how nice the red paint is. Are there plans to be able to change the car skins like what we did with the gun skins? Watch the beginning of the stream in the VOD.
Yep.
Yes,
All of
yeah.
those questions we answered earlier. Pretty much,
Yeah.
yes, that'll be an
But
option.
the answer,
Yeah,
the short one is yes.
Yeah, with the camp rework, we will have the option to change the skin on the vehicle. We want to look into maybe potentially having a skins for the truck as well, but not sure yet. The recorder could be some simplified version of the pipe wire. It'll probably just be the radio tuning.
Yeah, like the radio that you connected your recorder to lost signal.
Yeah, like an easy version.
If an enemy runs up to it and just like disconnects it or something, maybe. You have to like retune it.
Yeah, for the truck as well, like maybe not just a skin, but we do have a second truck model that has like the tarp on the top. So maybe able to set a tarp, or if you can get the MGs working on it, like an up customization for the truck where then there's an MG on it on some levels. We could
Yeah, like
some cool
these
stuff.
bushes, right? Like, oh, I destroyed the bush. Whoa, I destroyed the bush. Nice.
The pipe minigame is gonna go. Like, that's not how that's gonna work. I wrote down a few ideas. I think the rewiring is likely what it's gonna be is you have to hold down a button until like the cables spark and then you let it go. And then just do that a few times. So it's like a rhythm game, basically. But we do have a few things written down for the rewiring. We're gonna keep testing ideas until one of them is good.
Also, we were talking about redoing the store signs to not be this, and to make them look more era appropriate.
Maybe we should add a store sign contest as well.
The store sign,
Couple
yeah,
of
like
those.
that's actually a good idea. Yeah, maybe they'll do like a community store sign design contest, but then make it so that those have the rules of being, you know, kind of era appropriate, and show some images for inspiration of what we were thinking of, and then people can make their own.
It's really hard because as we looked at, they didn't really have signs.
Well, yeah, but
Like that.
they had some. I mean, even if we don't go exactly like what they had, but making something that looks better than modern font.
If something we could do is we could just take a render of the different storefronts and then let people draw over them.
Yes,
And then we
yeah,
actually
yeah.
apply the designs.
Something like that. But that would be quite cool. I like that idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many like artists there are in the community. I was always like afraid of it a little
Yeah.
bit. Like, what if we don't get enough submissions and then we just not can do much about it? But we'll see. Yeah, what about the Brot store? That's truly, and we need the Brot store.
First of all, it's Brot, and secondly, no. Because those
It's
stores... Crazy thing, those stores are actually called bakeries.
What's the bread store?
What do you mean? You
what
don't
about-
buy your bread at the bread
Can we
store?
have can we have a bread garden then?
Bread garden.
And then we need a store called Soup.
Did I not take the recording device?
Yeah, that's all three of them. That's not finished properly.
Ah, okay. Got it. That's not good store. Yeah. Bread garden is that Olive Garden with only the breadsticks. And then you get to meet the waiter of the store, and it's the owner. And it's, oh, Raid Gang, good that you're here. I am missing. I'm missing some Germans stole my breadsticks. Please return them.
Can we tempt you? Some breadsticks.
Okay. Also, at the bottom, you can see the assault indicator now working.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
that's-
just internal. That's
It's
not-
debugging, yeah. That's not meant to be public.
We did experiment with it, like having like some kind of assault indicator on the HUD, but it just adds so much clutter. We already have too much stuff on the UI. We should have wanted posters for the regular. We already do. There's already assets for wanted posters. For the camp, I want to be able to put those up.
I need your help to find my bread. Exactly.
Well, there's when the assault starts, there's already like the raiders have dialogue for it. So the raiders already talk about the next assault starting.
Okay. That or those. That or those.
Yeah, I think that's most of what we wanted to talk about. We mentioned the cards, the menus, camp missions, yeah.
That's a bunch of new stuff. Obviously, we're not showing all the new stuff we have to keep some surprises, but this is the
Yeah,
stuff.
there are stuff that's not even in like
You know,
showable
there's
state.
like, you know, this or this, but we're not gonna look at those.
Well, there's nothing to look at really.
Exactly.
One day we'll hopefully be able to, but yeah, as we said, we sadly weren't able to really work on it that well. Tutorial is getting a rework. I wish. I would really like to have a new tutorial as well. But, you know, that's the problems. Like, is it worth it to spend time to make a proper tutorial level instead of just
tutorial would be, if possible, maybe having a mission that a tutorial would work in would be good, but
Yes. Yeah, we did have an idea for how we would want to do a tutorial, but it's just like, is it worth it? Can't wait for the first swimming mechanic. Actually, for payday, I did make swimming mechanics.
as a mod, yeah.
Never released, but it did work. So it is possible to make swimming. It's just it's kind of pointless.
Honestly, I'm surprised the lead time for showing off the new Berlin missions is this short. I mean, it's all existing assets. That's one of the biggest things there.
It helped that the city, like in general, is already pre-made tiles, so I can just put them in a different level and then decorate them a different way, and then put a mission in it.
Yes, we're really trying to make it easier and easier to make these kind of levels. We looked at like how internally the levels are stored, because there's like a bunch of arbitrary limitations on them that makes them like, oh, if you want to have like the layers of like mission layers, you can only have a certain amount, because they have hard-coded just offsets that makes it so it outflows the indexes. I don't know if that was like understandable, but
Basically,
basically,
it's just saying I want this much space for all these things.
Yeah,
and
like
then
one number
it just
starts
takes
at
up.
1,000, the other starts at 2,000, the other at 3,000. So now the first one has the size limit of 999, because as soon as you go over, it overgoes.
yeah, so we're trying to get rid of these like hard-coded like pointless limitations, and that would allow like levels to be able to make a lot nicer as well. So that's after the next update, we're gonna try to look into those as well. A native big lobby. I don't think we will really.
We wouldn't do it, but if someone wants to start working on a mod and needs us to fix anything, we can take a look at it. That's about it.
Yeah, Berlin looks kind of empty without any civilians or sign of life around. Yeah, so we can't really add civilians because there's like not really good logic or anything for it. There's not really any models. I think we do have 2 civilian models. There's like a bank teller and a guy in like a suit.
We talked about it internally as well, because that was always a concern that I had, because if you look at historic videos or photos, the streets are full of people, and that's kind of what makes it alive. But we were thinking of what we could have maybe is some civs that, if as soon as you get close and they get scared, they run away, or that are standing on windows or balconies and then they close them and panic when they hear the gunshots, that kind of thing, maybe.
Yeah, but none of those are really within our like
Immediate work.
yeah, like,
Exactly,
Whatever
yeah.
they're
That
working
was just ideas bounced off. Okay,
yeah, right now it's not really possible for us to add any kind of like, we're trying to add more sound line, add more details and sounds and stuff like that, but it is a bit difficult with
Add some chatting ambient sound is maybe a good start. But then the levels will feel like Gary's Mod Dark RP map, if anyone knows what I mean.
What we can do is have like sound bubbles that are near the walls of like buildings
Mm-hmm.
that maybe we can turn off globally when it goes loud. But I don't know. It's something we'd have to look at.
Yeah, but there are like already random events that already existed on the previous iteration as well, like bombers flying about and planes and stuff like that. Those already exist. I think you kept those, so those are still there.
Yeah, there was some like decorative instances for like artillery fire in the distance, stuff like that. That's all really
Yeah, like
nice.
the other thing we want to try is like having, you know, little checkpoints around so the roads aren't as empty. Have like checkpoints with enemies walking around them or just random camps about. If we could make it the buildings, some of them enterable as well, so there's like a storefront and enemies are looting it.
If we could get motion paths working at some point, maybe have some actual cars drive around.
Yeah, so there's like ideas, but all of them need a ton of work.
Yeah.
So like we have to pretty much schedule everything, because you know, like all of these we're showing, all of these need a lot of work, and we have to like schedule, okay, which one.
We're 3 people, so the team size is small, the ideas and ambitions are big. This is a big game with lots of places where we can do stuff. So we'll have to see what makes the most sense, especially because as of now we are all still full-timing jobs next to doing this, so it's a bit of a struggle to find time as well. But
yeah, we want to do a lot, but there's not enough time to do many of them. Like there is a chance that some of these will not be released for a while. So unfortunately, can't really promise much. That is something we try to like get better at, is like actually set a goal of like what we're working on, but it just doesn't work with our like size and time.
Will the bathroom finally get a better sink? That's a good question. Isn't there,
There is a different sink. Yeah, you'll be able to have.
Yeah, we have a couple sink models we can swap.
Yes, we don't have too many. I think there's like 2 or 3 sinks in the entire game, so we're not gonna have like that many. But yeah, I want to have like also maybe have a bathtub you can buy in it, because I think we do have a few of them. And my grandpa used to talk about how European cities were littered with A-frame signs.
What is an A-frame sign?
Is it
Just
those little just two-legged or four-legged standing signs?
Yeah, I mean, we can have like a little more structures, like I do have, like a little cafe with tables around, stuff like that would be nice. There are some like city asset that could work. I think we wanted like maybe a park somewhere and things like that. But it is like the assets are a bit limited in that front. Because the mission, like the Berlin assets weren't made super well.
Yeah, a lot of those do need a bit of a cleanup. Because I know there's one building that has all of its collisions sideways. And it is used.
Yeah. And I think you said as well you wanted to like eventually try to go through them and like remake them so they're more modular, where they can like generate the level.
Yeah, where it's mostly just the floor, like the building, like the storefronts, that's static, but then you have like the tiers above it get added on based on what you want.
Oh no!
Oh, fell through the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Whose fault is that?
The floors.
Probably mine, since I forgot to give it collision.
Mm-hmm.
That's been like that for a while, yeah.
Don't quickly run through the fuel mission again while we, I guess, finish.
Wrap it up in one more
Yeah.
goal on the fuel.
Because, yeah, I think we have talked about everything now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, Berlin fuel.
So, yeah, again, this would replace the fuel for the fire mission, I think it's called.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it would completely replace it, not just have that one in the back as an extra.
Yeah, we don't need like 2 separate pushing like levels back to back.
Gorgon is driving. Now you get in.
One in 10,000 chance to end up in the wrong mission.
Oops, accidentally loaded into C-Forts.
It just loads into the old one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have what I need. Have enough.
Those guards react too slowly.
Yep.
Do the barrels fit into the car? No, they only fit
No.
into the truck.
Eventually, when we fix something, the car would actually despawn, so you don't even drive past it.
Fascist. I wanna get dropped.
Yeah, the barrels still need fixing, so you can sprint with
Oh,
without animation.
And this mission is like partially stealthable.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
That's the idea. The guard patrols aren't all set up yet, so there'll be a couple of them standing inside each other.
Is this gonna have the respawning guards.
Yeah, there will be respawning guards. I also want to make it in the city mission. There are just guards who walk up and down the roads in like little patrols.
Yeah, that'd be good. Are we getting a stealth only raid? We did actually have a plan later down the line for a stealth only outlaw raid. But not sure if that's gonna happen yet, but there was an idea of a stealth
Oh
only
yeah, we got
outlaw
the
raid.
barrel on the other side.
Yeah, here's the fuel pumps in different areas.
And yeah, if you sprint with it now, it breaks.
You're pointing at the clan Nazi. Yep.
Yeah, this needs to be set up so you can sprint with it. It doesn't slow you down as much.
Where's the pump? Haven't seen the pump.
That's the pump. You're talking about the generator.
The generator, yes. Same thing.
Generator's getting thirsty.
Yep. Getting real thirsty, guys. Not seeing it though. Can it be in the thing?
It could be whatever.
Between the tents.
Yeah, like
It'll
on the
probably
right.
it'll probably be between the tents on near the tree.
Ah.
There you go. Well, you have plenty of fuel cans around. Yeah, this will need just a waypoint to show where it is. I don't think it's a...
Right now it only waypoints when it needs fuel or is low on fuel. I gotta waypoint it for the actual objective.
Yeah, like the objective text will need work as well.
Like having a wire that points to where the power thing, the generator is probably going to be too difficult, because then we have to set up wires for 30 different routes.
Yeah. Yeah, that was on full stop as well. We had to model so many of those.
Yeah.
It would be good to set up a system where that can be dynamic, and we did want to have, like originally for full stop, we wanted to have like where you like pick up the cable and then plug it in and it moves on the floor, but for that we will need like a rigged cable that we cannot do yet. All the barrels.
Yeah, lights that indicate like where the fuel pump is pretty good, but in daytime it's less visible, so you need a better indicator. Since I think did we mention it? Oh, actually, yeah, we did show it off. The environments are different every time you play.
Yeah, there's like I think 12 environments right now. Probably gonna make more. I want to set up like a weather system where it can rain as well, but there's no proper like system for rain at the moment. It's just like a really janky thing. So I want to set up a proper one before we play with those.
Yeah, full barrels getting a sticker with explosive symbol on it is probably what I will do. Similar to the way we did the valuable painting bags, there's a sticker on those when they're the valuable ones. So that'll just be what it does.
Yeah, and it'll have like an icon as well on the bottom so you see that it's filled.
Yes. Yeah, the bottom icon is just a dynamite.
And I guess it'll have a lid as well.
Yeah, it does have a lid.
Throwable barrels for camp upgrades and role players don't become. Okay, so actually, there is one camp upgrade we want to do because LGL planned it, surprisingly enough, is a basketball hoop. So the raiders have voice lines for a basketball hoop in the camp, and that we want to have that set up where there's like a item you can pick up a basketball and then you throw it. That'd be fun.
Yeah, LGL and their basketball.
Yeah, that's giving Rivet proper like lines. No, but making everyone have basketball lines. That's important.
Yeah, a basketball would be a carry item in the camp when that happens, for sure.
Yeah.
The raid gang be balling.
The raid gang stole our basketball.
The secret ending, you just take a basketball and slot it into a hole in the wall.
Although they wouldn't,
Unlocks a
I
giant-
guess they wouldn't have called it basketball. They would have called it. Is there a German word for this? Like Kopfball, maybe? I don't know. Is there a German word for basketball?
The German is not sure.
We just call it basketball nowadays, but back then.
According to Google, it korbal.
Kopfball, yeah, that's what I said a bit ago. Okay,
Yeah.
so it is called Kopfball. Huh, never knew.
Yeah,
Nobody calls it that these days, but
yeah.
NA super, I assume hard work and boring to watch is just what you're saying here, because this is stealth and it's not finished.
Yep.
There's meant to be a lot more guards around, so you would be spending a bit more time avoiding them or shooting an assault.
Yeah, and stealth in general is just one thing that we know is not very good. The way stealth works right now is not very great, but again, with the priorities, like, we can't really prioritize.
Also, we were talking about making these work eventually, but animations.
That would be nice, yeah.
Yeah. Being able to drive them would be great, yeah. Yeah, in stealth, you would probably be more focused on avoiding the guards, so you wouldn't be standing right next to the pump all the time. And the pump being open would probably be suspicious, so you'd have to interact with it. And... Oh, there's things to focus on eventually, but that's not the priority right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, as always, like, the stealth is not really the main. Right? But the thing you get yourself is you don't have to go around, so you can just go back.
Yep.
Yeah. In stealth, or if you escape before the next assault, the blockade won't be there.
Because they didn't have time to set that up yet.
But it is really only if you want to, but most people probably won't. And this is not set up yet. Oh, it is.
Yeah, the escape area works for fuel.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think that's
all we wanted to show for today. Are there any more burning questions? Otherwise, we'll wrap it up.
You can leave the truck at the depot, yeah, so we will have to stash the truck somewhere in the final version. Oh, you want to show the skin?
Looker skin. Right. Yeah.
right. Yes.
Because that's actually going to be in the next update for certain, so we can show that.
Yeah. So everyone who's stuck around for the end gets to see the cool new skin.
There it is.
The gold saber.
Gold saber.
Turn it around.
Yeah, you can spin it around or equip it.
Can you show the stock? Yeah. Do you have that unlocked?
Yep.
You can buy most of them at once.
Yeah, I know, but I never do it. I can just click.
You don't have it unlocked, but yeah, you can see it.
Show it.
That's on both sides as well, right?
Yeah.
Yep, both sides.
And just empty the gun as well.
Yeah, fire to empty the mag. See what that looks like. Bing, little skull.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's the next skin coming in the next update.
For all you hardcore Parabellum fans out there. So basically for Ben. There aren't any more.
I'm sure there's like one more.
Totus close, maybe.
I don't know if Thomas is a Parabellum fan.
Okay.
Parabellum. Yeah.
Pirates
Yeah.
on the sea. Sea forts real. I'll just leave that standing in the room, that statement.
Yeah, it is, the light is just temporarily this.
Yeah, this isn't lit at all yet. This is just placeholder. So we can
Yeah,
see
it's just so it's not pitch black. That's
Yep.
all.
one light.
Yeah, we'll have
Depending
to.
on how it goes, we could probably adjust the lighting based on what props you have. If you want like wall lamps or
Yeah, like the theming, because now we can have the lights in the models themselves, so we can have the light based on what theme you have equipped. And then it can, the objects you place could also have like lights.
is the full stop world hole still there? If that's the one on the road towards the warehouse, no. But there is a Fabergé egg there, if you ever look at it.
Yeah, we have tried to fix like a few, like not a few, like we fixed like quite a few like level issues that were reported. Not as much as we could because there's like a lot of other stuff we were doing, so like we'll keep trying to fix all of those. Like this is the big problem we're facing right now, is so many issues are being reported, so many things are being worked on. Like you can't do all of it at once.
Yeah, but I mean, we're glad, obviously, that so many people play the game and tell us, hey, there's an issue here, but...
Yes.
Hey, can I see the safe house customization a little more? Got in late. Okay, for the 2 people that got in late, I'll show it again.
Yeah, you can show like more stuff as well.
Yeah.
Like the taller
Okay, this is the
walls.
old
Yeah, I think
stuff.
the actual like linear upgrades, yeah.
Yeah, the linear stuff is. Yeah, we have like test chairs. Yeah, I think right now the menus for some reason like double clicks when you select it. So yeah, we want to have like multiple flags for like all the raiders' nationalities. So there's not only the.
Ooh, that's something we haven't mentioned, I don't think. Each item you put into the camp has a quantity. So
Right.
you can run out of lamps and you have to get more.
Yeah, so basically when you buy a lamp, you get one lamp and you place that lamp. So if you want to place another lamp somewhere else, you have to buy another one. So that's like the gold sink of it. They're not going to
Yeah.
be super expensive, but you will have
If
to.
if you want to live in Lamp City, then you have to spend a bit of gold.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
if you wanna... I guess what we can do, like, just an idea, you know, for an achievement. You complete X number of raids and with crab people, and then you get like a little golden crab or something to place in the camp. And if you want your camp to be full of golden crabs, you have to buy a lot of golden crabs. Something like that.
Yeah, I think for the cards, we were thinking of having poster versions of the card art.
Or
Yeah, I
posters.
think what we wanted to have is for the card crafting, so you can like craft together like X amount of the same card to unlock a poster that you can add on the camp. Because I think we do have the source art for most of the cards.
Mm-hmm. We do.
And then yeah, we would be able to put you would get like an inventory item as well, like a collector item, and then you can put that on your wall in the camp.
And you can also display that on your Steam profile if you so desire.
Yes. That would be like if you really want to craft together 50 card peoples for a poster, you could.
And you can show everyone on your Steam profile how much of a raid head you are with your crab people poster.
Exactly.
And then one day we'll have to print one of those for real and like send that to someone.
Yeah, I'd probably have I'd take some. They're pretty fun.
But then you have to actually walk like that in real life when you have it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the trophy cabinet, we want to have it back. We also want to like extend it a little bit, so the operation like achievements show up on it, and we also want the dock tag achievements to show up on it.
And one thing with the
Yeah.
themes as well is we really just wanted to have one that is like the non-destroyed camp, because the raid gang is getting so much gold and living here for so many years that at some point they will probably clean it up, right?
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, and there would be so there'd probably be two branches where like you have the one from the tutorial that has all the overgrowth and the rubble, and then you'd have another one where it's like how it is now but cleaned up.
Yeah. So you had like 3, and then maybe in the future you could have like different like styles completely, like a bunker style, things like that, if they work well enough. But yeah, like the whole idea behind this is just to make it like if someone wants to have like a cool camp, like set it up, look good, then they can. But if someone wants to just have like some stupid shit, then they can also do that.
Not stupid shit, creative shit.
Yes.
Welcome to my solid gold barrel room.
And in this room, I store my 50 identical posters of crab people. And in this room, I store my lamps.
Yeah, the lamp room.
This is where I get my enlightenment. This is where I have my ideas.
Yeah, so you basically have like the wall, which is like the most, like the wall you can see. So you have a few of them, but you also have the individual ones. You haven't shown the floor items.
Right, yeah, the carpets and things.
This is my ball pit.
If you open the menu again.
I mean, hey, that won't be an official item, but if you want to make a ball pit mod, then we can't stop you.
Yeah, go back to the menu.
Leon, go. Yeah.
Go back to where?
The menu.
To the camp menu.
Okay.
To show the individual floor items.
Ah, floor. Okay.
Yeah, so you'll be able to, like, some places just place like a chair or table. I also want to make it where if you place a chair next to a table, like have it rotate towards it. Which, not sure how that's gonna work yet, so don't expect that it's gonna be there, but that is an idea that we wanted to do, is to have like if you place stuff together, they actually like combine. And then you also have
More
the
lamps. Lamps! More lamps!
you cannot buy the wall yet. That's not... You can have wall lamps everywhere.
Bought some lamps. Yeah, that's pretty much that. Lamp City. Not enough lamps. More lamps. Okay.
What happens if you spawn a lamp where you're standing? So, we haven't tested a lot of it, but I think you pretty much just get pushed out of it for most props.
Yeah. Yeah, that is something we've been testing. We have to test more as well. But like the same with the theme swap. That's like why we won't know if the themes are gonna be there. Like what happens when they like unload wrongly. Like they don't load in time. What happens if the host keeps changing them, right? So like we might have to add restrictions to not to like make you so you cannot like lag other people's games. That is probably gonna be the hardest thing to figure out in this, because there can always be people who are just assholes and wanna exploit it. So this has to.
A light
made
switch
where
for the main basement lights. That's actually a good idea. So you can turn on like mood lighting, ambient mode.
Joining people's camps so I can turn their lights off and leave.
That would probably be just like a theme setting.
Yeah.
The haunted camp.
Yeah, I mean the Halloween camp would definitely be like a different theme you can buy, and also the Halloween items would be just like a thing you can buy and put anywhere. So if
During Halloween, of course.
Yeah, if you want the potted Nazis, you can put them anywhere you want.
If you want to put a potted Nazi somewhere,
Yeah,
you need to wait
and
till
those-
Halloween and then buy them. They're on sale.
And those items would be dropped from Halloween challenge cards, right?
Yeah, also, yeah, that's the other thing where like the camp items would be dropping from chest rewards too, so you have more stuff to unlock.
And because it was asked earlier in the stream, like, how can we be supported? This was another one of those ideas that we were bouncing around, that maybe some of the cosmetic items could be like cosmetic packs as well for DLC. So we could say, okay, you can buy like this cosmetic pack and you get some assets that you can put some swag in your camp.
Yeah, of course, we need someone to make those assets first, so...
Yeah.
Any plans to let us use the church levels outside areas, I assume?
Lamp DLC.
I don't think we're using the above church area at all. There's enough room down here.
I think
Yeah, we
the preview for
we
this
did think what if you could be able to like go out and when you don't have a mission you can still go out and just like load a simple version of this. But with how many issues the loading has, we're probably not gonna do that. It would probably just bring too many problems that we have to fix. And I think we had enough issues with the level loadings already.
Yeah.
So for Halloween, you'll have something ready for us. Probably not, but we can enable the Halloween event again.
Yeah, the last Halloween event we spent a ton of time working on, and not many people cared about it, so we're probably not gonna...
Inside the church, like actually using the upper area, you mean?
Oh.
Yeah, up there.
Maybe? Possible?
Yeah, probably not, because it's a little bit rough looking.
Yeah, I
Plus,
mean,
you can see outside.
it would need to
Yeah.
be... This isn't very nice to look at, so... Would need some work done. But otherwise, yeah. Is the diesel grave here? Yeah. But no hands! Scammed. Also, the names are not in this version yet. I just noticed. They're black
Yeah,
boxes.
the material's missing.
Yeah,
Okay, so...
Yeah.
I was going to say, it's nearing 2 hours.
Yeah, we're nearing the 2-hour mark, so... Thanks everyone for tuning in, and for tuning in like for 1 year now into raid updates and Resurgence and everything we did and worked on and all that stuff. It's
It's been
been
crazy how it's been a year already, and like overall it's been like 3 years.
It's been a crazy journey of our lives so far. Like, from literally wanting some modding tools for Payday 2 to randomly updating a game and then it actually gaining traction and now having people that watch us work on this and love what we do. It's like, I'm really, really grateful for that, to have this. And to have all you people out there with us. Random side note, I have an exam in 2 days. Can you guys wish me luck? I mean, yeah, I'm not sure if that's gonna do much for you, but good luck!
Good luck, and remember to actually look at your exam. What you got to look at.
Yeah, learn your material, of course, but good luck from the raid crew, I guess, if that helps. I am your speedrunner, and I'm happy what you've done with since update 22. Our personal speedrunner, that's amazing. Team Gamut gets arrived has been the biggest pleasure of hosting side of my game time or last year. Huge ups to all of you. Thank you for all the kind words.
Yes, and thanks everyone for sticking around.
Yeah.
For the long stream.
We are. Lots of stuff happening, lots of stuff we're working on. Lots of things in the works that, well, we can and can't talk about yet, both sides, so we'll see where it goes. Also, if anyone happens to be at Gamescom, me and Zelly will also be at Gamescom, so I guess we can grab a coffee or something, whatever. And I think that's it. For what we wanted to do, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
about
good.
it.
That's
And
about it.
As I said again, we'll try to set up the VOD channel for realsies now.
We'll try something for realsies. Okay. Sure. So yeah, everyone.
Yeah.
And oh, actually, before we see ourselves, should we find someone to raid before we forget? Actually, that's a good last point.
Is there anyone?
I am not sure who's streaming right now.
Raid confirmed for Gamescom. To be clear, we're not having a booth. We're just running around and looking at other stuff and meeting some people. So, but we're there. We're present, and probably I'm gonna, at least for one day, put on my raid shirt. Just because I can.
Alright, you have my raid package.
I have your raid package, yeah, I can finally give it to you. It only took 1 year.
I'm gonna have a raid mug finally. Now I'm a real dev.
Yeah, Zali is the only one that doesn't have a mug yet.
Alright, I think it's good. Have you found anyone to raid?
No, I haven't found anyone.
Nobody to raid? That's a shame. Well, no raid for us today, but maybe next time. And yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in again, and we'll see everyone next time around. Or probably in the next update then, right? Or after the next update.
Yeah, we'll try to hopefully get it out next week if nothing goes wrong. So we're still like there's testing the AI and everything.
Yeah. But we'll see. Anyway, thanks for sticking around, and time for the outro. See you guys.
See ya.
See ya.